Yes.
Yes!
Let's do it.
I love you!
All right. Hey everyone, my name is Philip Wang. Welcome to another episode of Spill the Boba Tea, a show where I invite a special guest over to Bopamufa Cafe to make a drink that's based on my guest's life and career. Now, it's very rare that we get to have living legends on the show, and that's why today is such an honor to have an icon of both the comedy and the Filipino worlds. Please welcome to the show, comedian, actor, Tupperware salesman, Joe Coy.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you, man.
We're gonna be making a drink that's based on your career and your most recent special that's out on Netflix right now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's get started with the first ingredient, all right?
All right.
Now,
Jackfruit.
what we're gonna start off with is some chocolate syrup
Okay.
and some soda water.
Oh, nice.
Now, the reason why is because, I don't know if you know this, but there's this special drink called an egg cream soda.
Yeah.
That originated in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And your special is obviously taped in Brooklyn.
Yes.
So I had to bring something that was, a nod to Brooklyn.
Oh, I love it.
You know, you've done shows and tours all over the world, specials in Seattle, Los Angeles, Hawaii, even the Philippines. So why Brooklyn and why this particular venue?
Brooklyn is the most iconic, like that's our city for the United States. Like that's the one you brag about.
Right.
You say Brooklyn, where Brooklyn at? You know what I mean? You think Brooklyn, you think the most iconic figures in hip hop.
Yeah.
You think Brooklyn is just do the right thing. You think Stoops, you think neighborhoods, you think block parties, you think all that. So I already played Radio City Music Hall, sold it out. I sold out Madison Square Garden, and then we were like, let's try Brooklyn. We went to Brooklyn because this King's Theater just got saved and it was refurbished. And I walked in, and I swear, man, I was like, what is this? It was like, you feel the energy. I remember when I got off stage, I go, man, if I get this deal with Netflix, I want to shoot it here.
That's awesome.
So the whole concept of if you watch it, was an homage, right? I paid an homage back to like the great Stan Latham, right? Stan Latham did all the Def Jams, and you'll always see a thrust. So he builds a thrust out. He puts the stage in the middle of the audience.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
So I was like, I want to pay homage to the greatest
That's cool.
comedy show of all time, which
Yeah.
is Def Jam, and of course Stan Latham. I love you, Stan. The King's Theater is the star, not me. And we're gonna light up this room.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see the chandelier, and you're gonna see the artwork on the side, and all you're gonna see behind me is a brick wall. And that's why if you see the opening shot, it's behind me, and you see the reveal of the venue, and everyone says the same thing. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I'm so glad you shared that story because I feel like a lot of times when you think of like stand-ups, like, oh, like the stage is there, just put a camera on, it's very simple, but you put a lot of thought into the setting, and you can definitely feel the difference there.
Thank
and
you.
I was going to ask, like, going into this release, you've had so many specials, even with Netflix as well.
Yeah.
What feels different about doing this one?
I was going back to my roots, you know what I mean? Like I've shot the arenas, you know what I mean? Coming in hot was the Blaisdell Arena, and then of course the Forum was a huge arena, and we could have played an arena, but I wanted to go back. And if you look at my career, if you go back, I started out with black comedy.
Yeah.
Black comedy brought me in.
Right.
Like when I started stand-up, I started in 1989. Like it's hard for people to understand it now.
Yeah.
But it was very racist in the comedy game, you know what I mean? You know, you had to do theme shows on off nights. You know, you do the weekends, it was called the White Nights, you know what I mean? And that went all the way up until like 2000.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
Yeah, so imagine 1989, you know, and here I am
God.
trying to be an Asian comic,
Yeah.
and you watch TV and you see how we're represented, you know what I mean? Like how is a kid that's half white, half Asian trying to figure out his identity, right?
Yeah.
But the ones that accepted me the most were the black comics. You know, that's how I got BET's Comic View. Before
remember that.
anybody,
I remember
I got
that.
Def Jam. That's how I got Showtime at the Apollo. I was opening up for Mike Epps,
Yeah.
Cedric the Entertainer. That was my homage.
Yeah, and now you're kind of giving it back with this.
Yeah,
you wanna
that's what that whole thing
shine the
was.
Spotlight back.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. That's beautiful. All right, our next ingredient.
After all that, he's like, now, milk.
No, it's not what you think.
Milk.
No, it's oat milk.
That's my milk.
I know, because in your special,
Yeah.
you talk about how lactose intolerant has hit you hard.
It's hit me very hard.
As we're talking about our age right now.
I'm extremely depressed right now. When you hit this age, things start to break down that are so small, but yet so big.
Right.
Like I don't have a left toe anymore.
Oh my God.
Like I don't have it. No, I mean I had
Yeah.
surgery,
Yeah.
but it's not my toe when I was 39.
Yeah, okay.
Where I was balling out and still shooting
Are you
on the
telling
weekend.
me I might lose my toe in a few years?
Yeah, man, I had a bunion that grew. I'm 50, bro.
Is there anything I can do to prevent?
No.
No, you're talking about a lot of stuff that is changing as you're getting older,
Yes.
right? I'm glad that you're bringing all the stuff that is kind of sucking because we can all, relate to it in together as we're going through the pain. Is there anything that is actually good that's coming out of age?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like what's an example of the good stuff?
Financial security.
Hope, that's the hope.
I think when you get to this age, you just become, socially responsible, right? Like you start to understand and be courteous and help.
Yes. Well, you said that oat milk was like that's. Are you making?
That's the only one I drink.
Are you making? Have you tried the other alternative?
No,
milks?
they all suck.
Except oat milk.
Almond milk is gross.
Yeah.
It just is. It's like a thick, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just gross. It's like cilantro. It's like the cilantro of milk. It just dominates
You don't like
anything it goes in.
Do you like cilantro?
I hate cilantro. You might as well pour body wash in my mouth. Cilantro is so gross.
No.
It is the worst.
You have the gene then. You have the gene that.
You know what cilantro is? If you're having a house party and it's that one person that comes and just ruins the vibe, that's what cilantro is on a taco. Like the whole taco's delicious and the cilantro's like, let me fuck it up. You like the taste of taco? Fuck you, cilantro's here.
All right, so I'm gonna get rid of the cilantro and the next
Yeah.
ingredient.
Yeah.
Thank goodness there's no cilantro. Well, the next ingredient that we got are peaches. These are kind of small peaches, but another thing that you talked about in your special, as we're talking about like the physical changes.
Yeah.
A peach is often used, in emojis as being a representative of,
Oh God, yeah.
of a butt.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Nice ass, right?
Yeah.
Kinda
I don't have one.
Yeah, you made this realization.
Yeah,
that
I
you
don't.
I didn't check when you walked in.
I sit on bone. You ever see a skeleton's hips, right? And you see that part in the ass part? That little bone that pops up, I literally sit on that. And it's so annoying. You'll see me doing stuff like this or that. I'm just adjusting the bone. There's no ass meat. I have no ass meat.
Well, we have it represented here through
Thank you.
through the peaches.
Okay.
If this is your butt,
Yeah, it's
okay?
not.
Well, that's the thing. Let's make it your butt.
Okay.
How much should we take off?
All the way to the seed.
So you're
That's
saying
my ass.
That's your ass.
That's my ass, and that's where it comes out.
All right.
I'm sorry, you guys. It's not attractive at all. Completely flat, and I'm okay with
Would
it.
you like some peach while we?
Yeah. The one that you put all 5 fingers on? Sure.
How about this?
I've never seen anyone offer anything like that. You want to bite this?
They're washed.
Hey,
I
Mr.
washed my
Coy.
hands.
Mr. Coy, here. Do you want to bite that? It's sweet and juicy. And I'm going to slice this up and put it in your drink. Is that how you operate this business?
Joe's never.
You look at your customers like, peaches? I got an extra peach, I'll put it in a drink free.
I'll just eat it by myself. Here.
I'll do it.
All right. Don't worry. This is not cilantro.
It's mint.
This is mint.
This is so healthy for you.
Oh my God! You're eating mint by itself
This.
here. All right.
This is good for you.
All right.
I just started getting into this.
Just eating mint by itself. The reason why we have mint here is because you have a very famous just entire set about Vapor Rub.
Yeah.
Vapor Rub is very cleansing. It's very minty and fresh, so that's why we brought out some mint. Had to talk about Vapor Rub and had to talk about your mom because she is such a huge part of your upbringing and obviously your material and we all love our moms and our immigrant moms stories. You are a parent yourself now. How has your parenting differed from your mom's?
It's completely different. You know what I mean? I always tell people like it's the generation gap, right? Like, and I hate getting like all deep with it, but it's like you're not gonna understand our generation and we're not gonna understand yours.
Yeah.
But I will say this, my mom lived a really hard life. You know what I mean? You'll never understand what she had to watch and witness and still like suck it up and still raise. If you ever read my book, that's not a joke. When we won that TV set and went up the escalator and that kid pulled his eyes back on my mom and me not knowing what that was. Like I had no idea what that was. I just knew like, why did he do that? You know what I mean? And I'm looking at my mom and she's just like, it's okay, Joseph, it's okay. So it's like, you don't understand that. Whereas now you can go and do something like that and social media will destroy you. Whereas my mom had to live through a time where if she complained, they'd be like, calm down, it's a kid.
Yeah.
How do I tell people who I am without making fun of? I don't want to make fun of my mom.
Yeah.
It's dope, the stories, but those are all true stories.
Yeah.
my accent is exactly my mom's accent. Like that's how she talks, and she's a fucking badass. She's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
That story I talk about, she got into a fight with a shoe salesman, because I really was fucking around in a shoe store. And my mom came and he was like, you know, making fun of her accent, like, oh really? And then my mom goes, wow, you're making fun of my accent?
Yeah.
I speak two. How many do you speak?
Yeah.
One? Wow, it looks like you're stupid. And when she did that,
awesome.
I remember like, you know, here I am 11, seeing my mom in the 80s do that to this dude, and then this guy bowing down. And when she walked off, I just remember like, yo, that was dope. Back in the day, my mom was looking for other Filipinos to talk to. She was by herself. There were no Filipino restaurants. If someone was brown and looked Asian, my mom would literally try and talk to them because she needed friends. And she built a community. When I talk about my mom putting me in talent shows and renting out the nights at Columbus Hall at a church because she met a group of Filipinos at the church, that's true. She's still friends with Margie Portugal from the church. Like they're best friends to this day.
They had to make their own
They had to
community
make their own
physically.
community. We had to tell people. That's why I talk about sinigang. That's why I talk about adobo.
Yeah.
That's why I went to the Philippines to shoot that special. That's why my aunt is in that special. And like now that's something that we can look at and be proud of. Like instead of my mom looking at like, hold on.
Dude, yeah, no, please take your time, man, no.
I always get emotional, but like, you know, what they had to watch in the 70s and 80s. Now it's 2024 and she can watch that on Netflix and be proud. Because that's a true representation. So that's all I'm saying.
No.
Why am I getting emotional?
No, because I think everyone can relate to just like when you know what your parents have been through. And then you knowing that what you've done in your life is kind of making sense of what they went through. You know, and I think that's really, really beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
No, that's why you are, you know, revered a lot, whether it's the comedian community or the Filipino community. Like, you're a leader. You send the elevator back. And that's what we always like try to like encourage like all of our peers and friends to do too. So
thank you.
It's mad respect, and the emotion that you're showing towards your mom is like super, super special. Like, and I feel like, I mean, now you're doing that for your son too. Like your son's getting to see you in a very special way as well.
That's why I talked about it in the special. Like that's why I said, you know, like that he's been blessed.
So I was gonna ask, like, then, even though like you don't raise your kid the same way, but like, is there anything that you sometimes wish, like, oh, I want to apply my mom's techniques onto you, son?
And I won't. I will not. I'm traumatized by that. And my mom's whole thing is like, learn the hard way. If I didn't come home late, her way of punishing me was run home. And then maybe you'll never do that again.
And now your son's just like, I'll just grab an Uber.
Oh yeah, Uber. He doesn't even ask me, it just lights up. I'm like, oh.
Well, on the topic, I mean, we're talking a lot about, you know, your Filipino heritage, and like this, you know, we had to bring in some Filipino ingredients. So which is why our next ingredient is...
Oh, ube! Yeah, ube. Oh my gosh. You don't understand, when I was a kid, what ube meant to me. Because I lived in the Philippines, so I lived there for 5 years, right? This is like late 70s, early 80s. It was the Marcos administration. There was no like Americanized things there. There was no corporations there. When we left the States, we missed it. Like one thing that we loved was 31 flavors, right? And that was done. We didn't have it anymore. Halo Halo was our new ice cream. The shaved ice, you know what I mean? The evaporated milk, and then you just had jars, the jellies and the ube, and the ube paste was my favorite. And that was the one that I would always just eat with a spoon and just eat it, and it's just like...
The paste by itself.
Yeah. And I never understood why they only put one spoonful of paste in there. I'm like, yo, load that bitch up. Like, what are you doing? I don't even like the coconut. Like, let me trade the coconut in for the ube paste.
Well, we had to get some, you know, some Filipino, you know, homage here. Obviously, it's also Magnolia brand. This is the ice cream that you go get at the Filipino market. But open it up, and I want you to see what's inside.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna be something else.
It's
napkins!
It's nothing, because we're not actually using the ice cream.
What are you using?
We're gonna be drinking out of it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Because, as you know, we gotta reuse the ice cream containers.
Very creative.
Right? Why would we?
This guy's so creative.
We Asians, especially, you know, Filipinos, we love reusing the containers. Don't put them to waste.
Here's another thing, man. Everybody does. Like, I always say this, broke has no race.
You don't think it was because our parents were actually eco-friendly and they're like, oh no,
I love to say that. I used to say that all the time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like my mom started recycling. Shit, this whole recycle thing that you guys are on, my mom started that trend.
No, like the Danish cookie tin, that crosses all racial boundaries.
that.
Like everyone has that. You know, like you said, grew up in Tacoma, Washington, Vegas, born in Japan. You've been around so many different communities, and you kind of touched on this already, like being, you know, biracial. But like growing up, did you have to wrestle with that quite a bit? That identity.
Of course, I struggled with my identity, you know what I mean? But the divorce is what really made me struggle, because it's like I'm half white, you know, my dad's white, that's my Herbert side, and then, you know, my mom's the Filipino side, and then when the divorce happened in '84, you know, it was a time, bro. Like, I don't want to put any negative energy out there, but let's just say I don't know anyone on my white side. I mean, we're friends. I love them, but it's like my side is my Filipino side. Like that's my nickname Joe Coy came from my Auntie Evelyn.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I grew up in the Philippines, and Filipinos are just happy people. It's all about family. It's like, what are we doing this weekend? It's like, that's my community. That's why I talk about it so much.
No, that's awesome. And the special when you went back to the Philippines, Easter Sunday, you're doing a lot. And I just want to ask, like, how are you feeling about Filipino representation at like moving forward? Like,
I love it, man. As long
Yeah.
as the door just keeps opening, that's all I want, man.
We got people like Saweetie, Olivia, her. Like, you fans of all these? Like, who are you standing right now?
It's so cool to see people like that, where it's like, you know who they are now. People are like, oh, they're Filipino. It's like, that's dope. Like, I love that, because it's indirectly inspirational, right? Like, you don't have to know it, but like, let's also pay homage to the ones that were here that no one knew about. Like, you gotta listen to like those cats that paved the way for us. Tia Carrere and, you know what I mean? Chad Hugo with the Neptunes. Like, people don't know what they did. They're very influential. DJ Qbert.
All the really talented ones.
No, DJ Qbert and all. I mean, there's so many people. Illmind, like all these cats, like they go under the radar and no one knows who they are.
And I'm from the YouTube world, so there's a slew of YouTube Filipino talent. And I actually had to call up one of my friends to ask you a question. And AJ Raphael wants to know, AJ Raphael or Jeremy Passion? You know, who's your favorite? Because they both open for you.
They both, when I first came up, my whole goal was, like I said, just trying to give my stage to up and coming Filipinos, you know what I mean? When I first started selling out like all these venues, I called Jeremy, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, just come on, let's rock together, you know what I mean?
Jeremy's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and then AJ, same thing, I called him, like, just come on, rock in front of my crowd, you know what I mean?
So cool. No, they look up to you, man. In the special, you do talk about this term zaddy, and that you know, maybe it's not all that it's cut out to be.
Yeah.
But we're gonna play a little game here where we're gonna rank some zaddies.
Oh man,
Okay.
that's dope.
I'm gonna give you some Netflix favorite zaddies, and you need to place them on this board.
Yeah.
Once you place them though, you can't move them. They're locked in. So we're gonna start off with, like, he literally is the zaddy. We got Daniel Day Kim,
Oh, that's,
okay?
can you give it to me? It's number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, number one.
interesting.
It,
Okay.
It pays to be a friend, by the way.
All right.
This is, by the way, the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
We had him on the show.
He's incredible.
Couple months ago.
And not only that, he's still good looking after like 95 years in Hollywood.
All right, next up. Oh, I'm just saying you gave it all the way to number one. So some of these.
Yeah, no one's gonna top him.
All right, no one's gonna top him.
No.
What about Frontman from Squid Game?
Oh God. Yeah, we'll go 7.
7.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Why not? Yeah, look what you could compare it to.
How about also in Airbender Avatar from Kim's Convenience?
Oh, he's
Paul.
cool. I'm gonna give him a 5. Yeah.
All right.
But he's cute.
Yeah.
He's very cute.
Mr. Tan, France.
Oh, Tan!
Uh-oh.
I just talked to Tan yesterday. We were just talking. I love you, Tan.
But
But
look-
look, put Tan right there.
Oh, number 2.
Yeah, I love Tan.
Tan's gonna get mad. He's like, wow, you put me behind the DDK.
Daniel can't dress like Tan. Let's just put it that way.
All right, Mr. Beef right here.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we'll put him at 3.
Steven. 3. Okay. This is this guy, Keanu Reeves.
Oh man!
See, look at what you're doing to yourself
Oh,
here.
man. All right.
No, you can't move it.
Oh yeah,
You're locked
yeah.
in.
All right. No, I'm joking. But
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
that's actually very good. Though.
Okay,
That's
you
good placement.
approve of this? All right,
Good
last
placement.
one. This might have tracked. You actually did pretty good. Shrek.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did very well.
You did pretty good.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good. All right, hey, we've had a great conversation talking
you.
about these ingredients. Should we start assembling this
I would
drink?
love it. Yeah.
Cement, crush it.
I've never done this before. And then if I put soda water in here, that's what makes it minty. Boom!
Can you dice the peaches?
By the way, I am a huge fan of Benihana. Is that good?
That should be fine. We'll make that work.
We'll make that work. That means it's not good.
Do I have to take this?
Oh,
there it goes.
It just farted.
Oh,
That was me.
how old are we?
I'm so excited right now.
We're gonna do a dry shake video.
That's your cup, right? Since all 5 fingers are inside of it.
But yes, you go for it. Here you go. Oh,
Oh, there you go. Now they're both yours.
no.
No. Go
Oh,
ahead.
we have another one.
You drink both drinks. You're like, here you go. Here you go, Mr. Quick. Put your apricots in there. He went like this. He goes, is this enough? Is that enough?
Please put a little bit of ice, not too much, okay? Just a little bit.
This is how he does the ice.
You know what? In that spirit.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Yes. Yes.
Let's do it.
I love you.
All right. Pour the soda water in. As you pour in, just agitate it.
Can't I just talk shit? You're not boba anymore, huh? Yeah, you suck.
You're just agitating for no
You
reason.
smell like his fingers. Yeah, he's agitated now.
Because you brought up balls
Yeah.
in your special, usually the boba balls go at the bottom. And I know that's kind of what you're struggling with right now, the balls being a little too low.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the balls right at the top.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
When we were younger.
Here, put some more extras. Put some extras in there. I'm gonna give you 2 more. And I'll do like that. And then just squeeze, you guys. Just squeeze it. Get all the boba in there.
I love it.
And always keep your environment clean.
Are you ready to try
How
this?
much you want to bet this is good though? Oh, we're gonna sip out of the same cup? Oh,
Try
just
yours?
do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do this together.
Oh my gosh. Wait, we gotta name it. Hold on. We gotta
Oh.
name it. This is your entire career and life in a cup right now.
Oh, I love that.
Tears of Joe.
Oh, I love it. I feel like that was written.
No, it really
You
wasn't.
promise?
Because how was I gonna know that you were gonna, get emotional? and cry?
Emotional?
Yeah.
I like that.
Cheers of Joe, man.
I love it.
Cheers with you. Actually, no, let's just cheers straws.
Oh, I like that.
Crossing straws with Joe Coy.
You ready?
Yes. Oh my God, this is gonna
Do it.
taste.
Just do it.
Whoa.
Hold on. Hold on. No. Let's do it again. The ball hit my throat. Pause.
Ooh, hey, that's good TV right there.
Look, I'm crying again. Do it again. Let's have our straws meet.
Yeah.
At the bottom, and then I'll blow a ball in here.
What? Take 2. Beep.
Oh shit. Whoa.
I
He's
lost
a
it.
spitter.
I thought we were going for the pullout.
You're amazing. That was so much fun.
Guys, Joe Coy, live from Brooklyn.
Yes.
Special's out now on Netflix. Congratulations.
I love you, man.
It is such an honor that you're here today with us. And I promise I'll wash my hands next time that you're here.
I don't want that. I want it made exactly like this.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I had
Joe.
a blast.
Thank you, man.